Hi, I wanted to talk about a recent event that I was asked to speak at. It was with a group of diversified women that were up and coming leaders. And I was kind of asked to talk about something along the lines of diversity. And what I talked about is mixing different modalities to make something work for you. And I want to talk about one of those modalities that is very near and dear to my heart that I talked about in that group. And that was NVC, nonviolent communication. And it's a conflict resolution tool, but I think this is so vital to have. And one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite tools is because it's really 4 steps. It's about observing with non-judgment and basically stating what you're feeling in the situation and understanding and listening to what the other person is feeling. The reason why this is so vital is because you're taking out the judgment piece and you're observing. This gets you in the place where you can ask questions. This gets you in a place where you are going out of that judgment and you're actually listening to the situation. Now, what's great about this is I'm going to give you an example. So let's say you are you're with a teammate and your teammate comes in and they are just a grumpy person that day and they are barking at you, and at first you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And you're like, ugh, you just feel slimed and all that stuff. Well, feeling slimed, you start to go into this, okay, there, and then you take a step back and you go, okay, I'm going to observe. Oh, okay, what's really going on here? Now you may start asking yourself some questions like, they normally are this way. You may take a step back and go, You may want to ask them some questions. Now, you don't want to drill them. I'm going to tell you that right now. You may wait a little bit longer. But now you're starting to develop empathy for yourself and the other person, which is so huge. So I'm going to give you a personal example of where I used this recently. I was at a get-together, and there was a person there that kind of, to me, started to come across abrasive. And I was like, oh, wow. So I took a step back, and I said, I'm going to continue to observe, and I'm going to put my judgment on the side. At the end of the evening, I had a wonderful conversation with that person. Had I stayed in judgment, I would have never had that wonderful conversation. Now, I bring that up because what if some of the reasons why we miss out on talent is because of the judgment that we have instead of observing and having some of these crucial conversations and asking some of these questions. Part of it's also slowing down, which can be really challenging to do. So, on that note, if you would like to talk with me more on any of these kinds of things, please do reach out. Until next time.